All right, what is up, YouTube? A job or a business? Which will you choose? Look, we're all told from the beginning that you should go to school, work hard, and get yourself a good degree. And if you do, there will be a good job waiting for you. Let me tell you, that shit is a lie. Nowadays, people with shitty degrees have better jobs than people with great degrees. People that are less qualified and with less experience could still have the upper hand. Basically, what I'm saying is it doesn't matter whether you have the degree or not. The degree itself does not equate to a good job. Once you realize this, you'll probably be angry, furious, etc. But once you shake it out of you, you start to wonder, how can I be the only influence to creating the life I want and not be subdued because of the lack of work, the lack of connections, or just simply you lack the network? From where I see it, you then have two choices. You can focus on building your network, building relationships, going out around town or to different venues and hopefully meet people, build those strong relationships, those networks, and hopefully you can get a good job out of it, which kind of seems to be very cringe or just very transactional, especially since it's not authentic and genuine. Going out of your way pretending to be interested when in reality you're not, it's sort of lame. If you happen to meet someone while enjoying a common activity, then awesome, build that meaningful relationship. But what if you're not naturally outgoing? Then you'll probably need to push yourself out of your comfort zone. But let's say you just don't want to. Instead, like I said, you want to be the only person that gets to determine whether you're successful or a failure. Well, then you can turn to being a creator, a risk taker, an innovator, someone who takes risks and ventures into the world of business. Now guys, choosing between a business or a job ultimately depends on you and your personal goals, but you can still always do both. And that's what I recommend everyone to do. Ultimately, down the road, you might be blessed to choose one over the other. And if that day ever comes, I would hope you choose business. And here's why you should. With online selling and internet entrepreneurs, technology running rampant, the autonomy looks amazing. Technology has allowed us to reach millions and millions of people all over the globe. And honestly, the way I see it, I think as time goes on, everything is going to be so connected that creating a business or starting a business with someone in, say, Indonesia would be very possible, where you can have different partners in all different locations where you all come together for one initiative, and that's to build a successful company. That itself makes it very tempting. Also, if you really want to make money, the accounts at banks with the biggest balances are those of owners of businesses. It's evident that starting a business could mean a greater reward. Another advantage is having the freedom and flexibility to do as you please, and the level of empowerment that comes with creating something that's truly yours. That in itself is enough of a motivator to get you going. Yes, it will be hard, and yes, you will be responsible for every little thing, but if you are a man of action, the sense of control in your own destiny and the shaping of your future should be more than enough to get you going. So if you're interested in starting a business, here are the 4 types of business structures you can enter. First up, we have the sole proprietorship. This is a business with one owner. You, the owner yourself, would fund the entire business with your own money. You control the entire operations of the business, which means you are also fully liable for the business, and any money that the business makes, you keep. The following is a general partnership. This is the next up. It's basically the same thing as a sole proprietorship, but this business structure has 2 or more owners. That makes the owners or everyone involved partners. Everyone also pitches in to fund the business, and the profits are split evenly between all the owners, the partners. The third business structure we have is a limited partnership. This is the type of business with at least one general partner. This general partner manages the entire business, so they are fully liable for the business, and the other partners are called limited partners. These are usually like the investors who invest in the business, and they're not liable for the business. The only thing that can happen if things go bad is that they will lose their initial investments into the business. The profits are split between the general partners and the limited partners, and it all depends on the agreement form that they signed in the beginning of the business structure. This business structure is very common in the hedge fund or private equity or insurance companies. They all take this structure. And finally, we have the corporation. In a corporation, there are a board of directors who hire the managers. Those managers manage the entire business. These managers are not liable for the business. The owners are the shareholders. Stockholders. These stockholders, they elect the board of directors, and the board of directors choose a management team to run the business in a way that benefits the shareholders. Corporations usually have debt, so they also have these guys as investors who lend the business money. These guys are investors who lend the business money in order for the business to grow. These are businesses like banks, but they are not owners. They're just lenders. They also get paid first if the company goes bankrupt. The corporation can be for profit or not for profit. Difference is the not for profit is not taxed, and that's because they're usually trying to fill a good objective for the common good of society. Also, there are private corporations and public corporations. Public corporations issue shares, private corporations issue shares. Public corporations' shares trade on an exchange. Private corporations, their shares do not trade on an exchange. And there you have it. Those are the 4 types of business structures. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.